Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning, and we're almost 4 weeks into the lockdown here in California. I hope everybody is staying safe, staying healthy, and appreciate you guys for joining in with me. Some of you every day, so that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. Yesterday, you guys saw me pull the Terra right in here. I took it out for a spin. Today, Jamie and I have some photos we need to do with this and a couple other things. It's great to have it all back together and be driving it again. The weather is super nice now. It's like 80 degrees, and that's been super welcome to be like this again. So today I've got a loose agenda of what to talk about, so I'm really going to rely on you guys to just comment and feed in your questions so Jamie can read me those. We've got a wide open slate today to talk about stuff. Otherwise, I'll briefly go over a few things that we can discuss. I'll start with tires. Today, I think it's today the 15th, Jim?
The 16th.
16th. So yesterday was the last day of the deal on tires. Oh well, if you missed it, Mickey Thompson, still great tire. They've got the Boss, the MTZ, and the ATZ. All great tires. The Boss now we have available in the sticky version and in the regular DOT street version. I know sometimes we use too much of that industry lingo. The DOT is a Department of Transportation approved street legal version, so vastly different. This one actually says in big letters, not for highway use. I saw on here somewhere, right here. Yeah, so it's upside down. Sorry about that, but I don't know if you noticed yesterday. I had my since I was out driving around, I put my front license plate on. We got our winch, kind of spooled back up. We're just kind of working on a few things. Don't go too far down that side. So oh, you did. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw, but I added some grip tape. I talked about this one day, but I added some grip tape to the top of my rocker. Just keeps you from getting slippery foot. And tomorrow I'm going to be getting my other seat back from PRP and some stuff from Curry. So I'm going to have a few more things coming in and be able to even talk about and show you guys more stuff. I know one of the things that I was asked to talk about a little bit was parts for a YJ. And guys, we've got lots of stuff in stock for YJs, fenders, bumpers, tire carriers. I've even got the swing down style tire carrier, corner guards, rocker guards. Talking about rocker guards, the most popular upgrade on the rocker guards for TJ, YJ, CJ, LJ is our mini both side rockers with a bar, and those come longer than you need, so you can trim them to whatever modifications you've made on your fender wells, and they've got that 1 3/4 inch, the big 1 3/4 inch bar on them, which is really nice, and then our dimple die step. So you don't need the grip tape like this. It's got the dimple die traction built right into it. So that's pretty cool. You can go on our website and see those either by vehicle, or you can do it by product, or you can just go right to the search box and start typing in mini and it'll come right up. Those are, a couple nice things that, you guys can check out. The other thing, I don't know if we can see it or not. No, it's really buried in there. Is I was going to show you guys our vented power steering pulley. We don't talk about it very often. It's a bitchin' machined aluminum piece, and they come in red or blue anodized. It's got fan blades built into it, so it pulls air across the pump. Really trick design. Those you get if you go to the search box, you just type in VPP and that thing will come right up. Or vented or pulley or whatever. Any of those keywords will bring the pulley right up. Kind of a cool item. It's made for serpentine belts. Depending on what year you have it, it tells you what the shaft size is. So you can either measure the shaft that you have on your pump, or if you're getting a new pump, you can order it with that shaft size and then be able to run the pulley. So,
can you talk a little bit about the Scotia mounts again?
Sure. Let's see, you're using my phone. Can I have your phone? Guys, the Scotia, when you get their products, it comes with this little metal plate, and you literally just stick it on there. I pre-ran the entire King of the Hammers race course with my phone on there, and it really works good. And then you just slide it right off. But man, it really holds up good. We've been showing those all week. They make a surface mount one, which I have on the other side. Just stay right here and I'll walk over. It's this little guy. Remember we showed you this like rubberized mount, and you can literally just, you put one plate on the dash, and then you use this little guy, and then you can just stick your phone right to it. So it really is a convenient way to do it. If you're tight on space, they work out really good. So that's kind of a cool thing. And then, of course, I put one on this side too, for my passengers. But by the way, this is that 3M stuff. And these little mounts are actually made so that they'll flex to fit to any kind of a contour dash. So like I've got this in my Dodge truck, and they also make this exact same thing to go on a vent. So, like your AC vents, you can literally just clip them right on, and then you've got the same thing. And then, it's not permanently attached, and, you can let your passengers use the magnetic style, which is really convenient as well. So, of course, I've got the Scotia mirrors, and these have the bubble to them, which I really like because when I'm sitting in the driver's seat, I can literally see the rear tire, where it's at, and super handy. They're compact. They will swing out of the way if you smack them. I hit that one really hard at KOH, and it held up. It's like billet aluminum. So nice quality product. We've got another Scotia mount right here. It's the bigger one, and that one's flexible. Let me. I can't quite reach it, but that one you can move around and stuff. But it fits. I think it's even loose, Jim. Yeah. So, but Jamie's used it for mounting GoPros. At one point, I have a small CB radio that I use for just trail rides when everybody's on a CB. And I literally just put it right there because then the speaker's right next to my ear and it's easy for me to hear. That same mount will hold all kinds of stuff. This is their typical mount. What's really cool about those mounts, I wish I had one off, is that the band that goes around the tube is interchangeable. So you can have it for a small tube like this, like 1.5 or 2 inch or 1.75 inches. And unlike a lot of the other manufacturers, this one, when you put the top part on the band, it snaps on. So then you're not trying to hold all this together and get the bolt and the nut and everything in there. Once it snaps on, you've got both hands to do the bolt and the nut. And the nut's actually captured on the other side. So all you need is an Allen wrench and it just tightens right up. Very similar to like what's on the fire extinguisher mount right there. So same thing. These the nuts are captured on the back, and it just works out really easy and makes it nice. So super handy. And then again, you just get the different strap sizes. And same on the mirrors too, guys. It's how the mirrors mount with this strap. So you just put the right size on the tube you have, and then you just snap this thing on and put the bolt in. So
what's the floor of the Jeep sealed with?
The floor. Oh, that's got I did Line-X. These days we're using bullet liner, but yeah, that was Line X way back in the day. Let's actually go in the garage, Jen. It's probably kind of a mess. But I wanted to show you guys, Scosh has a wireless mount too that you just put on and then it'll charge your phone. I use it because I don't like having my phone down on the workbench when I'm in here working. I like to have it up out of the way. Plus, if you get a call, it's just easy to grab it. You know, you don't have to worry about a cord or whatever. You can watch your videos if you're trying to do like an online tutorial thing. The other thing we have is we have another mount like this from Scosh, and that also gives you the ability to put your phone up, or this will hold an iPad. So that one's really beefy. And then of course we've got our boom bottle speaker in here. And then just like I have in the Jeep, I've got more of those mounts right here that'll hold your phone or whatever. I mean, they hold tools, they hold all kinds of stuff. So, you know, it's pretty handy just to have that stuff around. We use it here to hold our DeWalt charger, just to get it, you know, we put one of those things on the back of it, and then we use that, and then I've got an extra one of those around, you know, just to have. So I think that covers the Scosh stuff pretty well,
yep.
Right?
Yeah, that's good.
They do make the Terra clamp, which I think I have right there. Let me grab that. So this thing's really cool. They call this their Terra clamp, and this will hold 3 pounds, and it's super adjustable, as you can see. You know, this whole thing is, you know, you can do whatever you want with it. This you can clip to the glass. This you just push down. You lift this up first and push down, and that baby is on there, and it'll hold 3 pounds. So you can put it on the inside, the outside, slap a GoPro on there, you know, whatever you want. I use it in here to hold GPSs, GoPros, like all kinds of stuff. And I use it on my Harley. I find 100 uses for this thing. It's super handy. We even use it at the shop sometimes if we want to hold an iPad on the pole. Yeah, my iPad's in there. You can literally just clip it on the lift pole and have stuff, you know, wherever you want it. So
someone asked if the case had a steel plate in it.
No, the steel plate is, so it's like a sticker, and it's really thin. So some people actually just slip this in between the phone and the case. We always put them on the outside because you get the best stick, and then that way it's really on there, and then, you know, this way it's just super beefy. So works out pretty good. And on my phone, I have smaller versions of this plate. This is made for this, right? The big mount. Otherwise, the little plates are smaller. So.
I noticed you had some kind of huge rear view mirror. Is that something you guys sell?
Oh, no. Well, we don't sell that one. That's the original Wink mirror. And the reason I ran that for KOH was because it allows me to see. Look right here. Well, actually, I'll go to the other side. So literally, you can see right here on both sides of the vehicle. So almost like exactly what you would see, but straight out. Because remember, you're wearing a helmet, so now you can only see like this tunnel of vision in front of you, and you can't move your head. So having a mirror like this is really good. What I don't like about this mirror is it's too close to your face. It really needs to be like way up here, but then that impeded with my sun visors. So, and I think we showed you guys these sun visors before. They're a race style. It's what we've run in our Ultra 4 car, but it clicks into each spot, and it's held with a spring right there. They're solid, so it's ABS plastic, and you know, no sun comes through them at all. But they're super nice. They're, you know, overkill for sure, and they're expensive. I won't kid you about that. I think they're like $150 a piece. But we do offer a convex mirror like this for the center from Scotia on our website. So sorry, we kind of got sidetracked there.
What Vision X lights are you running? I noticed you didn't have a 50-inch light bar for KOH. Were the lights you had enough to see at night?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Let's actually talk about that for a second. In fact, let me switch on the power because I want to show you guys a couple things. So these lights are what they call their ADV series. And just like these right here, they've got their daytime running light. These are built in on the light bar too. Super nice product. And yeah, if you get a good look. So basically these lights right here, these headlights, I have what's called the all-on feature. So let me be serious. And is that high?
That's high.
Okay, so this is what's called the all-on. What it's projecting in terms of light is as bright as a 50-inch light bar. Now, in addition to that, I've got these that I can turn on, and they're just as bright as these. So you get a ton of light. And let me. Is that?
Yeah, those are on.
That's all of them on now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can see, even just right here on the wall, look at this. These are thrown out there. So here's what's important when it comes to lights, guys. You put a light bar up on top, and if you're driving with anybody, all it's going to do is light the dust. And you're not going to see a darn thing. Having the lights low is where you want them. And the other day, I showed you the brand new light bar on Jeff's Jeep called the Shocker, and that actually is a newer version of this one where it forces the light down, and you get two different colors. You get an amber and a white built into one, and that's like the moment those are available, I'm going to put one on here because I think they're awesome. You know, Vision X is one of those companies that has kind of flown under the radar to the off-road community for a while. And I'm glad somebody asked about that because I really believe this is the best manufactured light. Their headlights were what I'm going to call late to the market, but what they did was they came out with the best light. So it's got the most technology built into it. It performs the best, and man, I'm telling you, the quality of these lights is unbelievable. And where other manufacturers, you know, have like their low line through high line, Vision X's low line starts where their high line tops out. So Vision X is, again, that's part of the reason why I like these guys is they're much more like GenRight. They want to do it the best possible. They want to, you know, really go over and above, and their quality level is much higher than everybody else's, just like GenRight's is. So that's kind of what why I gravitated toward Vision X. I like that product. It's good. They stand behind it. There's no squabbling. You know, if you ever have an issue, they just replace it, like no problem. And you know, this one, I don't know if you zoomed in on it, James.
Yeah.
But during the race, I pushed another car, and it, you know, pushed this back and cracked a little bit, and still working perfect. And you know, I don't have any intention of replacing that. I'm just going to keep running it. So I think that's pretty darn cool.
Question on the wireless charging thing. It works with the plates on the back of the case.
It does.
Yes, yeah.
So what happens, guys, is the charging happens right here in the middle of your phone. So on my phone, you can't see it because Jamie's holding it, but I have a little plate here and a little plate higher, and then that way it leaves the center open and works out pretty good. What I'll do is after this broadcast, I'll take a picture of my phone and post it so you guys can see what that looks like. It works great. I totally dig that wireless thing. Oh, you know, the other thing we got to do is we got to show them the base links.
Yeah, all right.
That's
Not right now.
maybe we'll do that
We
tomorrow.
got some questions.
Yeah.
Do you want to turn the lights off?
Sure.
Question about, do we make that front bumper for a TJ?
Which front bumper?
The one that's on Terra.
So we make a stubby for the TJ, and then we have a bar that's slightly higher. So basically, this bar is proportional to the winch. So like if you crouch down, you see how the bar's just a little bit higher than the winch. The idea behind the bar, guys, is that if some dude on the trail is backing up and doesn't see you there, one, because they're distracted, or two, just because they're not that savvy on driving off road, and they back right into you, it protects everything you got on the front. So what we do is this, because the winch sits on top of the bumper for a TJ, YJ, the bar is just a little taller to keep it proportional. So it'll, proportionally with the winch, it'll look the same as what I'm getting at. You can see them on our website. If you go to the search bar and just type trail, we call that next size the trail stinger. And then we have the boulder stinger, which is the taller one. So,
if JK gas tanks are off-road use only, how are you able to get Terramoto smogged?
So Terramoto is outside of the smog. This is considered a special construction vehicle. That's a very complicated term. I'm not even going to go into explaining it. But like I said, in every day we've done this broadcast, I would just register it outside this state.
I see you offer a quick disconnect hub adapter for TJ LJ. Can that also be used with JK? How big of a job is it? Adjustable, tilt, extension?
Yeah, so the answer is yes, you can use it on your JK. It will eliminate your clock spring and your airbag, so you need to get over that. It might put a light on the dash. Everything else will work exactly like it does. Your tilt, all that stuff, because all you're doing is replacing the wheel itself. So, yeah, it's a great addition. If you've got higher bolster seats, it makes it super easy to get in and out. It's also a great theft deterrent, so I would highly recommend it.
That's all we got right now?
Yeah, and I know Adam Pfeiffer did the that upgrade on his Jeep. So if you're, you can just look him up on Facebook too and see that as well. And maybe even instant message him or something, to get some more info on that. We get asked all the time about this too. This little bracket that's holding these lights is something we make. It's inexpensive, and it just sandwiches behind the fair lead. So you can put round lights on it, like little round lights, or long lights or big lights. You could mount a couple of these bigger ones if you wanted to right here as well. So super easy. It comes with no holes in it on the top, so you can drill in and mount whatever lights you want. The idea is I'm trying to keep everything, the winch is already disturbing the air, so I'm just trying to keep everything right here low and let the rest of the air be undisturbed. So super nice. And by the way, these lights come with the bitchin' Deutsch connectors and like this. You can see it right here. So the like factory style with the waterproof seals and everything, and they come with all the harness wiring and everything. You can see these. We have a whole Vision X section. There's a lot of lights we offer for Vision X. So go on our website, check it out. If you go to the very bottom of the website, you can actually shop by brand. But we've also, in the blue bar on our homepage or any of the pages, there's an accessories category, and in there is lights, and you can see all the light stuff we offer as well.
If you already have the JK Big Bore Kit system from PSC, do you have to purchase a different one with the JK Elite system?
So I don't know is the answer. I actually got one of those steering boxes to try and see how it works, because I know the pitman arm is different, and I just don't know if everything clears. You can be the first to find out if you want, but yeah, it's the idea behind that steering box was for the guys that were running 44 in the front. and because of the way the steering is run and the sway bar mounts, and you got too much crap on the front of there. So what they did was they came out with this box that made it so you didn't have to put a ram on, because like I said before, mounting the ram required those stupid clamps, and you were doing this hokey stuff off the track bar mount, and it wasn't good. So they were trying to make a powerful steering easy for the average guy, where they didn't have to mount a ram. So wasn't really intended for that kind of a use. And by the way, remember, the reason I run a ram is it's a backup. It's a safety. It will get me off the trail. I'm not depending on just a steering box. That will get me off the trail. So, guys, I'll go back and say it again. Everything you see on the Terra is no mistake. None at all. It is mounted the right way. It's done the best way. I'm running the best parts. Like, guys, this would be like taking golf lessons from Tiger Woods. You're gonna pay attention to what he says. That's what you should be doing right here, okay? Everything here, whether it's the growler or this or whatever we're working on, a tracer, guys, it is done the best you can do it. So all I can say is be all ears and figure out how to do it. If this is your thing, if off-roading, jeeping, four-wheeling is your thing, just figure it out and figure out how to get to what we're doing so that you can enjoy it and not be overthinking it and worried about whether you got the right scrub radius or whatever that is. So, okay. What else you got?
That's all we got right now.
Let's see. On the, I wanted to talk about some more YJ stuff. We were talking about fenders. In the YJ, we still offer everything in steel and aluminum. I still have some steel stuff left. But everybody's doing the aluminum thing. And in the YJ, we offer the different width fenders for the different areas of the country. We offer the roll cages. Got a great roll cage. You can get the aluminum roof on that too. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else.
Plenty of gas tanks for the YJ.
Yeah, of course, we got a bunch of gas tanks for the YJ. And, you TJ guys, the last few days, you've been asking what else we have new for the TJ. What I forgot to talk about was the brand new Alien tank. So that allows you to do a 9-inch stretch, and it has 15 gallons. So
9-inch stretch in the rear.
9-inch stretch in the rear alone, yeah. So we always had that tank, but it was a 10-gallon tank. So we just redesigned the whole thing, and now it's a 15-gallon tank. Super nice. If you get a chance, check that out. What else you got?
Would you consider offering the wider flare for a JK again? Like the 6-inch, I assume?
Guys, this is like incredibly frustrating. So we were asked to make that product, we made it, and it never sold. Not one. Like, I'm beyond myself. We're just taking up design time when people are bugging us about, are we coming out with this and when's that? And we're backing up to go do this stuff, and nobody freaking buys it. So all I can say is, if you don't see it on the website, call in and talk to one of the guys. There may be one set or something left that they could put together for you, but don't jack around. Get on the phone and call them while there may still be something left, and get it figured out, okay? Same on anything you don't see on our website or you're not sure, call in. I got 3 guys sitting there waiting to take your phone call, okay?
How much stuff is on sale since I got my stimulus check?
So, remember, from the home page on our website, if you go under company, on the right side, under company, there's a drop down that gives you the ability to get a 10% off coupon right now. So I would go there and do that. So yesterday we showed the old windshield guards, and I think I might even still have some left for the TJ, but the TJ and the JK, we're blowing those out because we got the new models out. So you could check that out. There are Jamie, you still have that section where we've got fusion stuff.
Products on sale now.
Yeah, there's a products on sale now. There's even still a banner on our website where you can click on that and it'll open up. But we do have some closeout stuff that's in that section, and then we have a closeout section. So, guys, we got plenty of stuff on there. But if you're just looking for the 10% coupon, that is on GenRight product only. Okay, I can't do it on King or whatever else. So we're happy to help you out there, and I appreciate the question. That's awesome.
That's all we got right now.
Okay, guys, I'll look down my list here real quick. But if you have any more questions, get them in right now, or we're gonna wrap it up. But I'll give you just a second to do that. We talked about hood louvers already. I appreciate everybody joining in. This is awesome. I really enjoy doing these tech talks with you. It's not necessarily about selling GenRight product. I want to inspire you guys about off-roading and jeeping. The more into it you get, the better educated you can get. You're just going to get more parts, and hopefully some of those will be GenRight. But I want to inspire people to get out there and do it right. So I really welcome the questions and stuff. Yesterday we talked about power tanks and the piping. Welding.
Why is the LJ so much better than any other Jeep?
It's a combination. So when the JKU came out, the 4-door, that long wheelbase, that really made it apparent to people how good that longer. So keep in mind that was 116 wheelbase. That really opened a lot of people's eyes. So when we designed the Tracer, we built that at 115-inch wheelbase. So now you can get the long wheelbase, still stay within the confines of the body, so it's not all hacked up and looking like some mutant thing, buggy, Jeep, truggy thing. You can still have a nice looking vehicle, handles good, great up travel, sits low. Really, it just became, and keep in mind the body is 4 inches more narrow. That's huge when you're out on the trail. So, and then you get the extra cargo room in the back. So, it's a lot of things like that. Now, keep in mind on the Tracer, we just recently are now offering that where you can keep the factory engine and transmission. So you don't have to spend all the money for the LS, even though we designed it that way. You can now leave the factory drivetrain, and that dramatically lowers the cost. By 30,000-40,000. It's a lot. So, if you get a chance, check that out, and I think you'll really appreciate and like what you see there.
What's the next event scheduled?
Oh man, I wish I knew. We're here, our next event would be High Desert Roundup, and I'm still counting on that. That's the last weekend in May. I don't know if that's going to happen. They're still talking about how this is another 4 weeks, which would put us within that window. That would be Memorial Day. I don't know. I heard the event I had right after that was Rock Junction. I heard that got canceled. That was out in Grand Junction, Colorado. So, I don't know. We're going to have to kind of go on the fly. I can tell you this. If you're following GenRight, hopefully you guys have liked the GenRight page. I've told you I've got a personal page, but I'm maxed out. And then I've got an athlete fan page that I encourage you to go like. Because what I'm doing is, on one of those 3 pages, we're posting where we're going, what we're doing. We'll do an event, and I'll be posting that we're loading up, that we're heading out.
And we'll send out an email, so subscribe to our newsletter.
Yeah. If you're not getting our email newsletter, that's another thing you can do from our website, is go there and subscribe to our newsletter. It's down at the bottom. Really easy. Just punch in your email address. If you're already in there, it'll tell you, nope, you're already in here. But if you're not, it'll say thank you. So super easy to do. It's down at the bottom on the homepage. And then, speaking of that, we will email out to everybody what events we'll be going to for the rest of the year as soon as we are able to, know what's going on. We're still planning on Jeepers Jamboree in July, which is on the Rubicon. And beyond that, it's a little bit hard to know still. I mean, we don't even know if they're going to do Off-Road Expo in Pomona because they're talking about no gatherings at events like that. Where, a Jeep event, at least you're in your Jeep and there's some distancing. But something like Off-Road Expo is a face-to-face, lots of people. So I don't even know if that's going to happen now. Back to more cool stuff. Don't forget, GenRight has a great YouTube channel. It's just under GenRight Off-Road. Go there, check it out. We have a ton of videos. Everything from wheeling to product-specific, insights about gas tanks, about shocks, about suspensions. I go through great detail talking about the Tracer, the Elite, all kinds of stuff. So if you get a chance, go check that out. There's even specific videos on the Growler, on the Terra, on the Silver Surfer, like lots of information there. And then I've got my personal YouTube page where there's little snippets from us off-roading and doing other stuff, racing, that you'll see that aren't quite good and complete enough to put on the GenRight page, but I think they're cool, and you probably find them really interesting if you want to go over there and watch some of those videos too. So don't forget about that. We have any other questions right now, James? Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Thank you again for watching, and you guys stay home, stay safe, and we'll be back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll talk to you then. Thanks, guys.